These are the plaintiffs, Andrea and Michael Kowalski. Andrea says her son Michael purchased a Nintendo 64 gaming system from the defendant, and the louse took advantage of him because the thing doesn't work. Her son doesn't deserve to be ripped off by this unscrupulous defendant, and that's why they're suing him here and now in this court for the $140 they owe. This is the defendant, Patrick Antipin. He says he tested the machine before the plaintiffs purchased it, and everything was in good working order. Next thing he knows, he gets a message from the kid saying he was going to report him to the cops and to the FBI because the Nintendo didn't work on his TV. All he knows is when it left his place, it worked. And if the kid dropped it or abused it or something, how's that his fault? He's accused of gaming a kid.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff bought a Nintendo 64 gaming system from the defendant, and it doesn't work. But the defendant says it was fine when he sold it. It's the case of Super Marilyn's sister.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome,
Andrea and Michael Kowalski.
Yes.
Who is Michael? Your son?
Yes.
You are suing Patrick Antipin?
Yes.
Okay. For $140, $40 for the actual transaction of a Nintendo purchase, and $100 for your time and trouble to have to sue him. What is going on?
On May 1st, my son found a Nintendo 64 on Craigslist.
Okay.
He contacted...
Where's your son?
My son is in the courtroom.
Okay. My understanding is he is uncomfortable about testifying?
Yes.
Okay. Is it the blue shirt fellow?
Yes.
Okay. It doesn't matter to me who testifies or who doesn't. You need to know that I'm not going to permit you to hearsay. You're not going to be able to sit here and say, my son says this, my son says that, my son did this, because that's not fair. I mean, especially if he's sitting right there. But if the result matters to you enough to go to court over $40, you might want to reconsider whether a witness to the case should sit next to you rather than testify. Honestly, what are you afraid I'm going to do to you? What have you seen? Like, it's like, I don't know, it makes me kind of feel bad about myself, to be honest with you. Like, what's he so afraid of? But go, turn around and talk to your son 1 second. Just answer me, and we'll just roll after that. It doesn't matter to me. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm not even looking.
It's okay. I was with my son during the whole process, so.
Okay, so you just want to, all right. Go ahead.
Okay, so on May 1st, my son contacted a person on Craigslist for a Nintendo.
How do you know that?
How do I know? Yeah. I have the Nintendo 64 printed out.
And he told you that he contacted him?
Yes, he did.
Were you there when the Nintendo didn't work?
Yes.
What did you see?
Nothing came up on the TV, and we tried several different TVs to see that maybe it was the TV connection, maybe it was a newer TV since it's an older system.
How old's your son?
17.
Is he in 11th grade or 12th grade?
He's in 12th grade.
Is he going to go on to college?
Yes.
Why are you coddling him this way? You know, in the old days, like if I spent $40, I bought something that didn't work, my mother would hit me in the back of the head and say, good, I hope you learned something. You go to court to sue for $40 and then he's too afraid to testify. And so you let, oh, no. Because I know we love our children. I am as guilty of this sometimes as you are, but it takes one to know one. Honest to God, let them fight their own battles. Why are you selling a Nintendo that doesn't work? What's going on?
I was selling Nintendo 64 to make money for car insurance. I tested it beforehand. I talked to them, asked them if they had any questions. Originally, they stated no.
Who's they?
I received a text message from her son, Michael.
Okay.
And then they asked me after that, does it work? I said, yes. I understand that it's uncomfortable. It's unfortunate to receive items that don't work, that are used, because I've been a collector since I was a young child with video games.
Yes, I understand. What was it you said you've been collecting since you were 12? Like that's just a guy who keeps his toys. That's what we used to call that in the old days. A guy who can't let go of his toys. But now we call it, I'm a collector and this is from my personal collection. Okay. But apparently the thing didn't work. So why don't you just give the person back their $40?
The first time they had contacted me, they threatened to report me to the police station, the CIA, the FBI, the IC3.
Boy, you talk about making a federal case. Did you really threaten to report him to the FBI in order to get your $40 and get your son's $40 back?
So if somebody owed you $40, would you sue them on principle if they just, it just blew you off?
Definitely not. And if you're paying $40 for an N64, you're in pretty bad shape anyways, so no.
What do you think, sir?
I don't think so either. It's not worth it. $40. I mean,
Yeah, but what about principle?
I still don't think you should sue. I mean, I'm pretty sure it costs more to just get a lawyer. So
Well, you don't need a lawyer in small claims court. How about that?
I still don't think. I think it's like a waste of time.
You owe anybody money?
She owes me like $300.
Okay, well now you're getting into big money. No, I won't recommend suing now. Going inside the courtroom.
I contacted him through Craigslist, and I explained that although we called you and told you that it wasn't working, you failed to call us back or even answer the phone. So on Craigslist, they have a link to file a complaint, if you will. It's called the IC3, which is also connected to the FBI.
Did you use the words FBI, yes or no?
I said we have filed a federal complaint with the IC3 and the FBI.
Okay, but did you actually file a complaint with the FBI over $40 Nintendos?
It was an Internet Consumer Complaint Center.
Okay, you do know what FBI means though, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, do you think I'm going to forget what I'm asking? Okay, did you file a complaint with the FBI?
I believe they're affiliated together.
So you didn't call the FBI and say someone ripped my son off of his Nintendo. I demand action, right? That didn't happen. I just want to know. Do you know how to hook up a Nintendo?
I could probably figure it out.
But are you the one who hooked it up or is he?
I was next to my son when he hooked it up.
Yeah, but you don't know whether he's doing it right or not, right?
The cords can go into certain outlets or inputs and...
Yeah. Where do you think this is going?
I don't know.
Not good. Ask your son if he wants to testify. Because I have to go into these things. They're relevant. It's a problem for you. I need to know what kind of experience he has setting it up. I need to know if he's done it a million times, if he knew what he was doing. Maybe he doesn't know how to set it up. If you choose for him to sit there and smile at me, it's fine. But you cannot win this case on your testimony. Decide what you want to do or let me just go.
Can I show you the text messages back and forth saying that?
The text message, I've read the text messages. The text messages say, it doesn't work, you're not answering me, I want my money back. That doesn't prove the things I'm asking. I need to know that, in fact, there was some analysis here that makes sense. Like he knows how to hook it up. He's hooked up 5 of them before. He understands how they work. So, and he did it right and he put it together. And but you want me to assume things that you cannot testify about. You want to come up? Nope. You call. You know what? Are you going to college next year? Okay, let me just explain something to you. I fear for you if I scare you, because college and life is very scary. Would you prefer to not come up? Yes or no, do you want to come up?
I don't want. I get stage fright. I don't want.
Perfect, no problem. But, you know, life is going to get tougher later. Verdict for the defendant.
Well, welcome over here to the hallway. Here, just step in right next to me. And Mom, obviously, you realize that you were unable to prosecute the case against the defendant without help from your son on this one.
Well, that's okay. We really wanted to bring awareness to online scams, and that although some people do seem upfront, that they really are not.
Well, I don't know if you proved that or not, because the judge didn't rule in your favor on that. That's just kind of something you're saying here. So we can't really take that for granted. Who knows if it was a scam or not, you know? And thank you for coming out, at least into the hallway, and you know, making an appearance out here. If there's any last word you want to get in before anything at all?
I just wanted to get this over with.
Okay, fair enough. All right, good luck to you all. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
You just head right down that way. All right, so come on in here and step up a little bit. What can you possibly add?
I believe they didn't have any evidence of any scam. I didn't scam them. I wasn't going out of my way to harm them or take their money.
Okay, Harvey?
You know, we talk about this a lot. Small claims court judges often will allow hearsay because they're not lawyers who are trying these cases and whatnot. The problem is this, that if the essence of the case is all hearsay, if the essence is hearsay, not just a peripheral point, it's just not going to do it for you, even in small claims court.